Hey there, Mike here from MikeTemples.com, and in this video I want to talk about my morning ritual. So let's get started. In my opinion, having a good morning ritual is extremely important. It just sets the tone for the day, and you want to start your day right in order to achieve something, in order to be successful, in order to be effective. Whatever your goal is, a good morning ritual will really help you with that. So without further ado, let's start right away. Number one of my morning ritual is drinking a big glass of water. I usually drink a 16 ounces glass of water right after I get up. That's always my number one thing in the morning. Part two of my morning ritual is meditation. I absolutely love meditation, and it comes with a number of benefits. It lowers your stress, it helps you to sleep better, it helps you to improve immunity. There are really a number of benefits. You don't even have to meditate that long. It's enough if you meditate for 10 or 20 minutes. I usually shoot for around 15 minutes, and that's perfectly fine for me. The most important thing with meditation is that you do it consistently. So don't do it 2 times a week, just try to do it every single day. And I think it's better to do it 5 minutes every single day than 15 minutes 2 or 3 times a week. Just my opinion. If you don't know how meditation works but you'd like to get into it, I'd recommend you download the app Headspace. The first 10 lessons of Headspace are free, and when I learned meditation, I just listened to the first 10 lessons of Headspace over and over again, and I basically used it for 60 days straight. So I would always go from lesson number 1 to lesson number 10, and then I would repeat them until around 60 days were over, and then I started meditating on my own. But you can also buy the full version of Headspace and then just go with the advanced lessons, whatever you like. But the most important thing here is get started and do it consistently. So that's always my number 2, meditation. Number 3 may sound a little bit strange, but it's practicing gratitude. What I basically do here is I write down 5 things that I'm grateful for that day. That can be very simple things like the taste of the coffee, or a great dinner with friends, or a good talk with a friend, or with a family member. Whatever it is, it really can be the simplest things ever. Just write it down. I write down 5 things every morning. This is a matter of 1 or 2 minutes, so it's really not that big of a deal, but it helps you to appreciate the small things in life, and I think that's very important. Number 4 is taking my vitamins. I don't take a lot of vitamins. I take a multivitamin, I take a OPC, which is basically resveratrol, I take ubiquinol, so Q10, and I take creatine because I'm doing a lot of workouts, and it really helps with that. But that's all I take. And I just make sure to take it right in the morning, because otherwise I'd probably forget it, and I don't want that to happen. So after I got that out of the way, my next thing is drinking a big cup of coffee. And that's probably one of my favorite parts of my morning ritual. I really love coffee, and 1 cup of black coffee, that's all I drink for the day. Sometimes I drink another espresso after 2 or 3 hours, but besides that, I usually don't drink that much coffee. In the past, I drank 6 or 7 cups of coffee every day, and that was just far too much caffeine. So now I reduced it to 1 to 2 cups a day, and it's much better. But without my coffee, I just don't get going in the morning. I really need this because I'm not really a morning person, and yeah, the coffee helps a lot with that. Number 6 is working on my one thing. And I talked about this in another video, which is called How to Plan Your Day. And I basically pre-plan my day the evening before. And one thing I do here is I write down the most important thing for the next day. And I always make sure to get this one thing done first thing in the morning. So it's number 6 in my morning ritual. I work for 2 or 3 hours very concentrated on my one thing. Doing my one thing as part of a morning routine makes sure that even if I fuck up the rest of the day, my one thing gets done. And this makes sure that I make progress in whatever area I want to make progress, no matter what. Usually I'm pretty exhausted after working on my one thing for 2 or 3 hours, so the next part helps me to get my balance back, and it's a workout. I do heavy strength training 3 times a week and cardio 2 times a week. and my cardio is not always jogging for an hour or stuff like that. Sometimes I don't feel like it, and what I do instead is taking a walk for 30 minutes. I just try to move a little bit, move my body, and yeah, this helps me to get my balance back, and then I can attack the rest of the day with fresh energy. After my workout is done, I take a shower, and I take a usual shower for 3 to 5 minutes, and then I turn the water on ice cold as it can get, and I stay in the shower for another 2 or 3 minutes. Doing cold showers also comes with a lot of benefits, for example improved immunity, but the main benefit I found is that it helps me to build my willpower. It's always a struggle to turn that water on cold, because it's just the barrier in your head that says don't do it. But if you do it anyway, every single day, that really helps you to build willpower, and that helps you in a lot of other areas of life. So if you're not doing cold showers right now, try it for a week and you will notice a big difference. And I don't turn the shower to cold right away, because then I'm freezing the whole day. But when I'm showering with warm water for several minutes and then turn it to cold, then I'm not freezing at all. So that's my recommendation here, just try it. After I took that cold shower, I usually drink a protein smoothie. And my protein smoothie consists of a vegan blend chocolate protein, some frozen blueberries, a banana, some frozen spinach, some cinnamon, some chia seeds, and almond milk. That's basically the protein smoothie I drink every single day. Not only does it taste great, but it also has a lot of healthy things inside. And the last part, which is number 10 of my morning routine, is reading a book. So I'm not the Tai Lopez kind of guy that reads a book a day, but I make sure that I read at least 30 minutes a day. And I read any non-fiction book. Right now I'm reading Tools of Titans by Tim Ferriss, and I really love that book. If you haven't had a chance to read it yet, do so. I really recommend that. It's kind of the ultimate self-help book. It has tips for every single area of your life. So I will link that down for you in the description if you're interested. And yeah, some final words to my morning routine. This is a pretty long morning routine because it also consists of working and working out. So it takes several hours. If you want to create a good morning routine, then focus on one thing at a time. You can watch my video, which is called The Power of Habits, about this topic. What I would basically do here is focus on one habit or one part of your morning routine at a time. So trying to make meditation a habit for at least 50 to 60 days. And when that's a habit, you focus on the next one. My morning routine took around 2 years to develop. If you try to do that all at a time, it probably won't work out. So focus on one habit at a time and build up until you have a solid morning routine. I hope this video will help you to create your own morning routine, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you did, leave me a like, leave me a comment, and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.